Okay, you guys, remember what I said? Order up cow. Order out of chaos. They create the chaos and then they bring in the order like martial law. Drop cases against LA protesters. Because, we love that word, don't we? Civilians are not allowed. Their First Amendment right to free speech. Drop cases against LA protesters. Reveal false claims from federal agents. I don't really know how much I believe from the media, but I'll read it anyways. Revealed records show Border Patrol gave inaccurate testimony about people it jailed. Prosecutors now face embarrassing dismissals. Let's see what else happens. How much you bet nothing happens? This is why I don't get into all this stuff. Oh, the world is a stage. Sam Levin in Los Angeles, 28th July, 2025. I don't get into these agenda things, but I want to read this just because of the federal agents. U.S. immigration officers made false and misleading statements in their reports about several Los Angeles protesters. I know, shocking. They arrested during the massive demonstrations that rocked the city. You guys see why they want to bring in martial law and all this stuff? This is why I just stay in my little Zen bubble. Shanti Shanti. Got my nature videos on, and they rocked the city in June, according to federal law enforcement files obtained by The Guardian. Well, apparently The Guardian can get files from federal law enforcement, but nobody else can get anything, can they? Like all these FOIA requests that nobody can get. Must be a miracle. The officer's testimony was cited in at least 5 cases filed by the U.S. Department of Justice. Apparently they can't find the Scientology kids, though. I'm just saying. Amid the unrest. Chaos. Why don't we just call it chaos? Chaos when you are against people being hurt. The Justice Department has charged. Where'd it go? Has charged at least 26 people. I want to go so deep, you guys. I want to go so deep. COINTELPRO. The Justice Department has charged at least 26 people with assaulting and impeding federal officers. Apparently they couldn't find the blue building for the Scientology kids, though. And how many times did LAPD impede the protesters, the ex-Scientology protesters? Inquiring MF minds want to know. And impeding federal officers in other crimes during the protests over immigration raids. You see how nobody's allowed to speak their mind? And I don't get involved in this one. I don't do the agenda stuff at all. It's all to divide, and it works. You guys see all the division? It works. Prosecutors, however, have since been forced. Yeah, right. To dismiss at least 8 of those felonies. Many of them which relied on officers' inaccurate reports, court records show. Notice we don't get the officer names. The Justice Department, allegedly, has also dismissed at least 3 felony assault cases it brought against Angelenos. I just want to bring up, who was it assaulted? Wasn't Lara FM assaulted? Aaron or Aaron Smith Levin was assaulted. Well, not Los Angeles. Well, yeah, no, he was. Aaron was assaulted by that Perry guy, which to me, that Perry guy is a disgrace to veterans, in my opinion. Also dismissed at least 3 felony assault cases it brought against Angelenos, accused of interfering with arrests. Wow, where have we heard interfering with arrests before? Every time, so often you see some of these videos where people are recording what the police are doing, whatever it is, like traffic stop, traffic investigation. And the first thing so many of them say is, stop interfering with an investigation. Stop interfering with the investigation. And yes, sometimes they shouldn't do that. I agree. But I mean, come on. You see the patterns. I always see the patterns of interfering with arrests during recent immigration raids. Gotta love the words people use. The documents show. You all should be smart enough to know what I'm for. The rapid felony dismissals are a major embarrassment for the Trump-appointed U.S. Attorney for Southern California, Bill Essayli. That's an interesting name. And appeared to be the result of an unusual series of missteps. Unusual, you guys. By the Justice Department, former federal prosecutors said. Interesting. Apparently, The Guardian can get a hold of all kinds of records. Must be a miracle. The Guardian's review of records found out of 9 assaults, 9 is a significant number. I don't even want to go into it. I mean, it depends on your viewpoint, but there are certain individuals that utilize 9 for very dark reason. Out of 9 assault and impeding felony cases, the Justice Department filed immediately after the start of protests. I'd love to ask them if they could find the blue building where the children are locked up in those basements and in the RPF and all that. Maybe they could, make a pit stop while they're over there trying to arrest other people. After the start of protests, and promoted by the Attorney General, Pam Bondi. Oh, isn't Pam Bondi a Scientologist or Scientologist sympathizer? I think she's a Scientologist. Isn't it amazing? I want to go so deep, but the people in the know and the people at the top do not like me to go deep. I want to, though. The Attorney General, Pam Bondi, prosecutors dismissed 7 of them. I don't mean to laugh. Soon after filing the charges. Is that what they call going for the ride? In reports that led to the detention and prosecution. So detention, you guys, that doesn't mean arrest, or does it? I thought detention did not mean arrest. Led to the detention and prosecution of at least 5 demonstrators. You see what they put their money and their efforts into? Oh, it's all about domination and control. Evil abides. Department of Homeland Security, DHS agents, made false statements about the sequence of events and misrepresented incidents captured on video. I got a lot of thoughts about that, but I'll say one thing. Nothing gets put into a mass media article without approval. It's a fact. One DHS agent accused a protester of shoving an officer. That's an easy way to just get someone locked up. I've never protested in my whole entire life, ever. When footage appeared to show the opposite, well, shocking. Shocking. The officer forcefully pushed the protester. There you go. Was that a federal officer? I believe that's what they said in the beginning. This is all painful. This is why I usually don't get into this stuff. One DHS agent accused a protester of, okay, I already read that. One incident named the wrong defendant. You guys really think these people want to help the children in Scientology? Wonder if there's 47 agents in there too. One incident named the wrong defendant. A stunning error that has jeopardizes one of the government's most high-profile cases. When I see felonies dismissed, that tells me either the federal officers have filed affidavits that are not truthful. Huh. This is interesting to me. And that has been uncovered. You know, no officers are on what do you call it? Not truthful. Lying, basically. Or U.S. attorneys reviewing the cases realize the evidence does not support the charges. Huh. I guess not for Aaron Smith Levin, though, huh? I know that's not related, but I'm making comparisons. Said Christine Soto DeBerry, a former California state prosecutor who is now director of Prosecutors Alliance Action. Yeah, you know those committees are so great, aren't they? A criminal justice reform group. Wow. Don't you guys wonder if Scientology's Criminon is linked to this so-called Prosecutors Alliance Action? It'd be really good to look into. She said officers often call for charges that prosecutors don't end up filing. So in other words, the officers can just do whatever they want. You know, I'm not talking about the good officers. There's a lot of good officers out here. I know that. A lot of these good police officers or even federal agents, they're up against evil. Nothing else to say. But it was uncommon for the Justice Department to file, then dismiss cases, especially numerous felonies, in rapid succession. Somebody threatened a lawsuit? What's going on with this? I mean, you guys know the powers that be can make people just disappear like in seconds. They can make people disappear. Nobody will know where they went or what happened to them without a trace. That's a fact. They can make families disappear. She said officers often call for charges that prosecute. Okay, I already read that. Sorry. It seems this is a way to detain people. That's what I was thinking. It's exactly what I was thinking. And I remember William Good talking about like going for the ride. You guys remember that? I never heard of that until Good talked about that. Since I never been arrested. It seems this is a way to detain people, hold them in custody. Exactly, you guys. Yo. Instill fear and discourage people from exercising their First Amendment rights, DeBerry said. Facts. MF facts. Oh, here's the number again, you guys. You know I can't help it. And not all of them are involved. I'm just saying. There are at least 18 cases, the 6 plus 6 plus 6. Cases brought by the Justice Department against LA protesters that prosecutors have not dismissed, covering a wide array of alleged criminal conduct. Because heaven forbid, they do what they want. You don't have any say in it, you guys. Didn't you understand? Obey, slave. Obey, obey, obey. The prosecutors have not dismissed, covering a wide array of alleged criminal conduct. Because, you can't protest anything. Like I said, I never protested my entire life. According to case records, the U.S. Attorney's Office shared with The Guardian, in 3 of those cases, protesters have agreed to plea deals. See how they make you bow down? Even though you don't go on the one knee, they make you go on the one knee. You see? Including one defendant accused of spitting at an officer. You see what they do, you guys? Okay, this is my opinion. It's free to have an opinion. It's all baiting. Spitting on an officer, shoving an officer. Like, are you serious? Are you serious? Wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey, everyone. It's the beast system, you guys. It's the 666, the beast system. And another who allegedly threw rocks. Can you imagine this shit, you guys? Somebody who threw rocks, was spitting at an officer, and shoved an officer. I mean, is it fucking serious? Like, are you serious? You guys should know I'm laughing. You guys think Boss Talks doesn't know what he's saying. He knows what he's saying. I bring up Boss Talks because he knows what's up. I know what's up. Oh, God. Some still facing charges are accused of throwing bottles. Oh, bottles. Oh, and the one and only infamous. They love this one, you guys. They use it for all of them. And if you don't know, now you know. Molotov cocktails. Molotov cocktails. Go read some of these books on MK Ultra, the CIA programs, Gottlieb, Mengele, all these things. Pointing a laser at a helicopter. Oh, we've never seen the laser as a bait, have we? So I can't get into all this stuff. And aiding in civil disorder. Ooh, aiding in civil disorder by distributing gas masks. Because they know then they can't gas everyone. I mean, it's unreal. This is why I don't go into that stuff. I was in the military almost 6 years. I know a lot of stuff. In 6 of the felony dismissed, I don't even like reading this. All the world is a stage. In 6 of the felony dismissals reviewed by The Guardian, the Justice Department allegedly has refiled lower level misdemeanors against the defendants. See, the message is out. Don't protest, you see? It's always the same message. There's other ways to do things. The Justice Department's initial wave of cases stemmed from one of the first major protests in the LA region, a demonstration on 7th June. That'd be a 67. That's a significant number as well. I don't want to get into it right now. In the South Los Angeles city of Paramount, Border Patrol sightings had sparked fears. It's always about the fear. You ever notice that? Be scared. Be afraid. That agents were targeting laborers at a Home Depot. I don't even know what that's about. And as dozens of locals and demonstrators gathered outside an office complex that houses DHS, officers fired tear gas. See? So they were mad that somebody was wearing gas masks. Honestly, you guys, I'm sorry. It's going to sound negative. You guys are not going to like what I have to say. You're not going to win against these folks. It's just not. And flashbang grenades while some protesters threw objects. Do you guys know they've been oh, this gets me so irritated. They've been using all these tactics since like back in the 60s. It's the same story. Hold on. Honestly, I don't even like reading this. The U.S. Attorney's Office filed a joint case against 5 demonstrators, charging each with assaulting officers. It's always the same. Go back 20, 30 years. It's always the same story. A felony, the justice... Where'd it go? Now I don't even know where it went. Justice Department warned could carry 20-year sentences. See? They're sending out the message, stay your ass at home. Criminal complaint, that's a 33. You know, with the C is a 3, the other C is another 3. Written by DHS and filed in court by the Justice Department on 8 June. It's a 68. I don't know what 68 would mean. Said as the crowd grew, some protesters, they just keep repeating the same thing over and over. Turn violent. You can't be violent unless you're fighting their wars. It's a fact. 2 sisters, Ashley, 20, and Jocelyn Rodriguez, 26, began blocking officers. Ooh, blocking, you guys. A 20-year-old. I wonder how much she weighed. Was she like 86 pounds? When a Border Patrol agent, you know, the one with no name, attempted to move Ashley, she resisted and shoved the agent with both her hands. I mean, listen to how ridiculous it sounds. It just, to me, sounds ridiculous. This is why I don't get involved in this stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's hysterical to me. I mean, the violence is not hysterical. What I mean is the things that they say it's hysterical. Then Jocelyn grabbed the arm. She grabbed the arm, everyone. Did you guys know that arm is significant as well? You ever see, I forgot the lady's name, the Riveter during the war, that she puts it up her arm? Just like the hammer is significant as well. Of one of the agents to prevent her sister's arrest, the charges said both were arrested. You know, go for the little Latina girls. You know, a lot of them are very petite. I don't know if I want to read this whole thing, you guys, honestly. In an investigative file, the DHS suggested that in response to the sister's arrest, Christian Serna Camacho, there's a 333, another protester, began to verbally harass. I mean, listen to this. Didn't a lot of people get badly hurt in these protests? I remember, you know, I don't get into it, but I heard little things, you know. I don't think I want to read this whole thing. Hold on. Yeah, I don't want to read this whole thing. It'll take like an hour and a half. And I was just trying to cover that the federal agents gave false statements. It's the beast system, you guys. So I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.